All right. Welcome back to the Side Hustle Central podcast. My name is Jonah Hughes, and I'm here to show you guys how we make money, how to do a little bit of side hustles. That's the point of the show, and kind of everything that encompasses doing side hustles, running small businesses, and then how we grow into that and grow into a bigger business or start doing whatever the side hustle is full time. Right now, just to tell you a little bit about my life, just to know, so you guys can know why I kind of talk on this subject a lot. I have a passion for social media and I have a passion for side hustles. And a lot of the stuff that I've done is it's stuff that I started and I didn't really finish it. I didn't really follow through with it, which is not the best. It's not the best track record that I have. For example, I started websites. I got into real estate. I got into stock trading. There's a whole ton of things that I started that what I found out was my problem is that I get bored. And so I would start these things. I'd go into them, I'd study, maybe spend a little money on them, and then I'd get bored with it. For example, I did an Amazon reseller store, and I also did some of that with like the eBay sales that I do now. But I did this Amazon reseller store where I learned how to do FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon, and I never got into it. I got to the point of discovery, of finding the product, doing the training, figuring out how to list everything and where the products are at, but I never actually found a product that I wanted to list, and I never spent any money other than the training. I think I spent possibly close to $1,000 on that training. Now, I also know that $1,000 was spent on something that I found out I did not want to do, which is, it's okay. It seems like a lot of my money has been spent on things like that. But what I currently do right now is I run social media for my church. I also run some other social media accounts, which is kind of what I'm big into. And then I also do reselling on eBay. eBay is my main one. I also do a little bit on Facebook. I just don't like meeting up with people because I live out of town. Makes it a little easier to resell on eBay. And I've made, I didn't do the totals last year, but I don't know. I did upwards of 10,000 in revenue last year, definitely. I don't know the exact amount, but given that I am selling items for like $50, $100 at a time, it's a pretty significant amount for me, and we'll see for sure on our taxes what that actually looks like. But today I'm talking about social media for small businesses, or you call them solopreneurs or young entrepreneurs. I would say small entrepreneurs, and then also just for small businesses that have been going on for quite some time, but don't have a social media presence. And essentially, this is all about being present in the current world. For example, the older generations didn't have social media. So the only way you would connect is through phone, through magazines. You would market in that way. And that's how you would figure out that somebody's like in your vicinity, is if you heard about them. So word of mouth was a big one. Now you're getting more of the younger generations growing up, and these people are buying houses and they're buying cars and they're needing services done. And they're looking online for places that will help them. And the places that are winning are the ones that have a social media presence. It doesn't have to be incredible, it doesn't have to be great, but you can actually, at least you can go on, let's just say Facebook, for example. You can go on Facebook if you're needing, hey, I need plumbing and heating and blah, blah, blah. Well, you look in town, you look on, I would say my generation, the method of discovering these businesses would be like you go on Google Maps, or you just go on Google and say, I'm looking for so-and-so business in my town. I need plumbing work done. So I need plumbing work. Well, I'm young. It's my first house. I haven't heard of anybody in my area that does plumbing work. So I need to go online and find it. How do I trust these people though? I'm probably going to go with the company that, number one, their website looks the best. And number two, if I can go on other sources online and find them there and see kind of the background of what they are. Most of the time, a website will tell you, like, hey, this is what our business is, this is what we offer. When you look at social media, this is like, what do they teach? What is their culture like? What are the people like that work in the business? How structured are they? How professional do they look? You get photos of like them actually doing the work, or even if it's just slideshows that say, like, hey, if you own a house for the first time and you have this small plumbing problem, your drain's plugged, here's 5 tools that you could use to unclog your drain by yourself. That gives out a version of trust for people who don't know this company, because you're actually marketing against your service. Meaning, if you put out a slide on Instagram, like 5 posts that say, hey, here's 5 tools that you can use to unclog your own drain, you're marketing for somebody to go to another area, buy something of their own, come back to their house and figure it out themselves. You're pushing business away from yourself, which you might think that's counterintuitive, but it actually builds up your company. People start to trust you because then they see that, hey, this company isn't looking just to make money off of me. They're not looking to kind of like in the automotive industry where you get a car in and somebody doesn't know anything about a car. And so the mechanic or whoever's working on the car will say, hey, well, I know you came in for a flat tire, but I noticed that all your tires are bad and it needs an alignment and your radiator needs flushed and your brake fluid needs flushed, and like all these things that it was a $50 repair and now it's a $600 repair. And the person with the car doesn't know. Now, if you were to use that, people are automatically distrustful. They do not trust businesses, especially if they ask for the money. So if you were to go out on social media and promote people doing it themselves, or, hey, here's a cheaper way to do it, they'll actually see that and they will come back to you for more information. What that does is, no, you don't get the sale in the beginning, but it creates a relationship with you not even meeting them and through a free platform. So let's just say that you post online and you're on social media and you're like, hey, we're having a sale and this and this and this sale. Their first experience is, hey, I have a plugged drain. One of your technicians, they call you. One of your technicians goes out and this technician says, oh, okay, we can just use this simple $5 tool. We're going to pull the hair out of your drain. Hey, now it drains great. That'll be $300. Just because that technician had to drive out there, had to use his van, had to use his tools, although it's a very cheap tool. And this person's like, seriously, I got to pay $300 just for you to come out here and do a 5-minute fix that I could have done myself. They automatically will distrust your company. And then in the future, when they're like, I want to redo my bathroom and I need a plumbing company to come in and do $3,000 of work instead of $300 sale job, they're going to look for somebody else because they feel like they got screwed over the first time. So when you have these small little pieces, now what would happen though is if, let me back up. What would happen if they saw online and on social media that, number one, you promoted, hey, here's how you do it yourself. We're a plumbing company, but here's how you can fix this yourself. Very easy. Why pay $300 to us when you can do it for $5? Go to Walmart, grab this thing, pull it out. You can do it yourself. Get some gloves and go in your bathtub. Anybody can do it. Here's a step-by-step on how to do it. Message us if you want more details. They'll see that and they'll be like, hey, this company is actually trying to help me. They are a company that I trust now that is trying to help me, not trying to get money from me, but help me. And when they see that you're trying to help them instead of get money from them, then they trust you with the big stuff. Then they would go, and when they have a $3,000 plumbing problem and they want to reinstall everything and replace everything, then they're like, $3,000. This guy, I trust him because he didn't try to just take my money. I trust this company now. They can have my $3,000. There, I'm not looking any further. I'm going to that one. So that's kind of the power with social media. It might seem counterintuitive, but it is a free platform that you can post on where you focus on helping people and giving value. And what that does is that value drives business to you. It's not like marketing. Normal marketing would be you're pushing something out to say, I'm not giving you value, just, hey, notice us. This is what we offer. This is what we can do for you. It's an exchange. I'm paying to have this out here. You're seeing it. You might have that problem. Now you're thinking of us and you come to us for that problem. But social media it's free, and I'm just going to give you value. I'm going to help you out. And then when you have a problem, you trust us already, you come to us. So that's kind of the big thing about having social media as an entrepreneur, a solopreneur. It doesn't have to be crazy nice. It doesn't have to be super professional. It can just be a few simple posts, maybe 2 posts a week that just say, I mean, use the automotive, for example. Hey, here's a step-by-step, just slides and pictures, easy. You can get them off the internet. Step-by-step, here's how you change a spare tire. If you're a towing company, it seems counterintuitive, but I promise you it's going to help your business because people will trust you. It's no longer about just Google Maps and how many reviews you have on Google Maps, because you could have some crazy lady that comes in and says, "Oh, I had a horrible experience with this company," and it was just a fluke. It just happened. But social media is kind of that personality. You're giving out a personality. There's all these different methods of how people will trust you. Google reviews, how fast you show up on the Google Maps. If your SEO is the best on when you search up a certain term, then you're the first one that lands on that website. There's all of that. And social media is going to help show your personality, show kind of like if your business was personified. It kind of gives like the feeling of the business. Would I want these people in my house? Do I trust them to come to my house? And it's especially important with like service work. And I think there's a lot of like the baby boomer generation that have these businesses that maybe are going $500,000, $1 million, $2 million a year. They're kind of smaller businesses, but they're successful, that they don't use this step. And maybe they're looking to sell their business and people aren't interested in that business because it's only $1 million. But if you had a social media and said, hey, we have this ball rolling, we already have these things set up, you can come in and just take it over. And now we're doing $5 million a year because people trust us. Now we're the big name in town. You know, it's not just a truck that drives by and you're like, what the heck is that? Who is that company? It's, oh, I recognize their brand. I recognize those colors. I saw them online. They helped me out with this. That's cool. Let's stop and talk to that guy. That's kind of what the focus is for social media for small businesses. And I think it could really help you out. If you are a small business owner and you are needing that social media to like have a presence in your business, let me know. I'd be happy to chat with you. I'd be happy to help you. You know, like if you're have a business that's been around for a long time and it kind of needs a rebranding or it needs a remodel, it needs to have that makeover done, let me know. I'll help you in whatever way I can. I'll give you all my brains. I'll let you know what I know and with my experience with it, and we'll see what we can work on, and we'll see what we can build and how your business in the future can grow and build using the ways that our society has started to use. We don't have yellow pages anymore. It's time to move online, and it's time to have a very important role in that online community and to have a big presence in that online community so people can start trusting you more. So I hope this one helped. And like I said, if you own a small business, DM me. I'm on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, I guess, but at Jonah Hughes Official. Check me out, DM me, and then I'll see how I can help you. Thank you guys for watching this one, and we'll see you again.